Ridgeline High School Sports is a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Castelite, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, El Salvador Los Primos, DD Auto Salvage, Advanced Integrated Systems, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson Company, New Horizons Beauty College, and CashValleyDaily.com. Now, it's time for the Ridgeline Riverhawks on 104.5 The Ranch.
Welcome to Ridgeline High School, everyone. I'm Dave Simmons, joined by the Patriot Nick Zollinger. And folks, I think we've got the big one here tonight in the region as Ridgeline is getting set to take on the Skyview Bobcats from just up the road. Both teams undefeated so far in region play at 2-0, but both teams also have a very similar overall record. Skyview with a 12-2 record, Ridgeline with an 11-2 record. Your video experience tonight is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Adams Wealth Advisors puts clients first under any circumstance. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com. Bringing in Nick Zollinger now. And Nick, there's a little bit of buzz in the community about this game tonight as Ridgeline is hosting Skyview. I mean, I've heard opinions from a lot of different sources. What are your thoughts on this one? Why don't you provide us the mood, set the mood for us?
I'm going to set the mood for you, buddy. The other night I told you it's going to be the first to 75 is going to win this game. And I'm going to backtrack on that a little bit and drop it by 10. I think it's the first to 65 in a game that is going to be back and forth from a balanced scoring on both sides of the court. You're going to have Tanner Davis, Carter Davis, the Davis brothers. One's a senior, Carter Davis. One's a junior, Tanner Davis, who he came into this court last year and, in my opinion, just lit up the Riverhawks as a sophomore. And so he's back for another shot at Ridgeline here tonight. And Tanner is going to average 15.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal per game. He fills up the stat sheet from the point guard position, and we talked to Kyle Day about him on Tuesday after his win over Bear River, and he says he's the high school version of Luka Doncic.
It's a slow pace. It's keeping things under control, not necessarily wanting to really push the action, but make sure to get people involved and take more of a slow approach towards it. I think you're smart to drop that 75 down to 65. Skyview's only scored 75 3 times the entire season.
They averaged 68.5 on the year, Dave, offensively. But you're right, Tanner Davis, what impressed me the most last year about him was his composure and his ability to control the tempo of the game. And it sounds like that he's only gotten better at that. Although his brother, Carter, if you let that kid get going and he makes a couple of shots, it's going to be a long night for the Ridgeline defense because he can make them on streaks and he can make them in bunches as well.
A fun fact here is that Ridgeline's only scored over 75 3 times as well.
Okay, so on paper, you don't get a better evenly matched game than you're going to get right here tonight.
I think it's going to be a lower scoring affair than people think because of the length on both teams. I think it's going to be difficult to get clean looks on both sides. And the thing that concerns me, by the way, we'd like to welcome our Skyview fan listeners. This is a simulcast for both schools, so we're gonna call. We always try, but we're gonna call this one as straight down the line as we can. We'll call it as we see it, right, Nick? And do our very best in that case. But I see if I'm game planning for Ridgeline to play Ridgeline, I'm gonna pack the paint a little bit. I'm gonna see if you can make those guys shoot the 3-point ball and at a decent percentage because they haven't really shown not only the ability but the real willingness to shoot the ball from deep very often.
Well, I think the willingness is there. They shoot 18 3-pointers in a game on average, so a fairly decent volume of 3-pointers, but the ability to make them on a high percentage, up around 35 or 40%, hasn't been there consistently.
That's a number that surprises me that they average
18 taking 18 3-pointers a game, and in my opinion, it's too many. With the size that they have down low with Jagger Frankham and Luke Sorensen,
It's only too many if you miss them.
Well, it is. That's very true. I know the coaching staff wants the ball to play through the paint, or through the posts, excuse me, not through the paint, through the post. And when they did that against Juan Diego in the 2-3 zone Juan Diego was trying to play, they just blew him out of that in a hurry. I can guarantee you here tonight, Dave, Skyview is going to sit back in the 2-3 zone with all that length, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Carter Davis up top with his brother Tanner. I remember Tanner gave us fits defensively last year. Not only did he beat us on the offensive side, but he really played some solid defense. But the leading scorer on this Skyview team that's going to come out and has led the team in scoring so far this year is Logan Deal, the big guy down low. And from what I hear, he's your Skyview version of Luke Sorensen. He's going to scrap on the offensive boards, get rebounds, get points the hard way, right? On the offensive rebounding side, he averages 16 a game and 8 rebounds on average.
Yeah, he's solid. I even as a sophomore, I thought when I watched him that footwork-wise, he was as solid as anybody we had seen. And then you have to make sure you know where Hayden Howell is.
Oh, boy.
That's a kid that can really shoot it as well. From a balanced starting lineup perspective, this is about as balanced as you're going to see in 4A.
Absolutely, and 5 kids on the floor that can all score. That's something that you typically won't run into in high school basketball, is all 5 kids with the ability to put the ball in the basket. But Brooks Rigby is very capable as well of scoring. But you're right, Dave, if Hayden Howell or Carter Davis get going from beyond the arc for Skyview, they're going to be extremely tough to beat. And Coach Day had mentioned that he's been holding teams to under 50 points. I just don't see that happening here tonight. You're going to have to match the offensive firepower that Skyview's going to bring at you with your own. And there has been times and there's been games where Ridgeline has struggled on the offensive side.
So looking at the Skyview statistics, Carter Davis and Hayden Howell both have made 31 three-point shots this season. So those are your 2 shooters, because after that it drops down to the next highest is Tanner Davis, and he's only made 8. So he's a guy that's, like we said earlier, he's looking to kind of probe. He's looking to see if he can get into the lane. Let's flip the script just a little bit and look at how Luke Sorensen almost just hit his head on the backboard. Did you see that?
I didn't. He's bouncy, though.
He is very bouncy. So, but that's kind of where I was going with this is, who guards Jagger? Deal, right?
Yeah, for sure. So last year,
then who guards Luke?
Real quick, last year in the semifinal game against Snow Canyon, Logan Deal impressed me so much with the way he guarded. Is his name Harris Simmons? Is that his name? Lyman. Harris Simmons is like a. Anyways, Lyman Simmons. Lyman was about 6'10".
But he's bigger than Logan Deal. But I think they have him listed right on 6'8", 6'9".
He was big and physical though. But Logan did a phenomenal job against Simmons last year, so I know he's capable of guarding Jagger. So I expect to see Logan Deal on Jagger Frankham, and then Brooks Rigby match up against Luke Sorensen.
That's probably the way they're going to do it.
If they play man.
I think they'll go zone, and if they go zone, I think it should be the Carson Cox show. I think at the high post. They're going to run that. They run those 3 outside guards into that paint area unless coaches come up with something different. Because you really could probably see if you could go run Carson post or elbow to elbow to see what he can get in there. But I like when he gets in there because now he's got a little bit of a size advantage. And if they step towards him, he's got lobs, he's got drops. But he can knock down that 15-footer. He should make a living at the 15-foot mid-range shot.
Well, and one thing, if you sit back in a zone that you'll give up, Dave, is rebounds. And when I talked to Coach Hilliard before the game, I asked him, what's your key to winning here tonight? And the first thing he said was rebounding. Okay. We've got to do a good job on the boards.
Here's the next matchup that I feel like is going to be really interesting to see. Who does Cam Blotter guard?
That's a great question, and I think you're going to see him on Hayden Howell.
I think he's going to have to be on Hayden Howell.
Because I think Grady Workman's going to guard Tanner Davis and try to just use a little bit, maybe a little bit of size on Tanner.
It'll be really interesting to see if Cam Blotter can assert himself like he has in other games in this one from a physical perspective. Because if he doesn't, I think you're going to see a lot more of Zach Skinner tonight.
Zach Skinner and Creighton
just
Jenks.
A straight-up matchup.
Right, just size.
Just a matchup issue.
But
the opposite of that is, can Cam Blotter create chaos enough for the bigger guys on Skyview to where he's the problem for them, not the other way around? I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see how Cam fits into this game.
Well, I think there's intriguing matchups across the board. After you get the two big guys, you got Logan Deal and Brooks Rigby that are going to match up with Frankham and Luke Sorensen. Carson Cox, is he going to match up against Carter?
Carter, I think.
And then you got
Workman on
Tanner. And then you got
Hayden Howell and Cam Blotter.
And if Cam gives Hayden too much space, I mean,
he'll knock it down.
Cam tries to get in passing lanes as opposed to, pushing Hayden or off the three-point line. Hayden will knock down shots, and he can knock them down in bunches.
Absolutely, but what if I'm Cam Blotter, I'm getting up under him, in him. Little guys can do that, and even if they don't touch you, you feel them.
He can, but what does Cam love to do? He loves to anticipate and get in passing lanes.
And he gets in the passing
and get a little
can't
space.
leave
You
Hayden.
cannot leave Hayden Howell.
So it'll be interesting to see if Cam plays the style he wants to, because I'm not 100% sure that throwing Zach Skinner on him, Zach poses a different problem with the length, but Zach doesn't have I don't know. They're just different. Cam and Zach are different.
Well, you talked a little bit about the bench coming off the bench for Ridgeline. On the Skyview side, I remember sitting in this gym on we weren't playing Skyview, if you remember, Dave, and during one of the timeouts, a kid that we didn't know ran out there and just hammer dunked one of the balls.
Yeah, I think that's Kendrick.
That's Kenny Terrell.
Yeah.
So coming off the bench for Skyview, you got a kid that is just uber athletic, and he can go down and throw down some dunks.
But he averages 4 a game, and so you wonder, what's he providing? But you're right, you got to have those 2 or 3 guys that come off the bench that have
give
that
you a little bit of spark.
Yep, the spark, and then somebody. I'm telling you, somebody on one of these two teams tonight is gonna have a game higher than what an average that they normally have.
You say someone on both rosters is going to have
one person.
One person.
It could be both, but my guess is there's going to be one dude.
You want me to make my prediction on who that is?
Yep.
Tanner Davis. Tanner Davis is going to...
No, the dude averages 15 and a half. Tell me who is going to be the X factor that you're not expecting.
Somebody
else.
Well, I think Tanner Davis is going to have more than 15 and a half, but that wild card?
Who's the wild card?
Hayden Howell.
I think so
too. He averages 9. He could have 20 tonight.
Or Brooks Rigby.
Okay.
He averages 6, and that's a guy. He's very athletic. He gets you more length than people realize. He goes 6'4".
Now here, go ahead.
He could get a guy like Luke Sorensen in foul trouble, and if you do that, now we have a whole different animal here with this game.
Oh, for sure. Luke Sorensen is the motor behind this Ridgeline team. He averages 7 rebounds a game. 3.5 of those, half of his rebounds come on the offensive side of the glass, Dave. He gets half of his rebounds on second chance opportunities for his team. So that energy and that effort and that crashing of the boards constantly has to be on the floor for Ridgeline to be successful. If Luke Sorensen gets in foul trouble, it's going to be a long night for the Riverhawks.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think Hayden Howell. I really like that kid's stroke. I watch him and everything looks right to me, to where a guy, when I see that type of a stroke, that's a guy that can get hot and stay consistent. You see guys out there that's got weird, funky rotation and stuff, and once in a while they can get hot, but there's really no consistency. That's a kid that can make them, even if he's 0 for 2 or 3, he will make shots.
Well, sometimes the only problem with having this many great basketball players on the court at one time is there's not enough touches.
There's not enough shots.
If this team could play with 3 basketballs, they'd probably be unbeatable.
Yeah. Can they share it enough to make Ridgeline scramble? We know Ridgeline does a really good job sharing the ball. That's one of the
they're really hard to beat.
So this one should be a lot of fun, folks. We're going to go into the national anthem, so we'll take a break for that anthem and come back to the starting lineups for both teams in just a moment.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Every day's a fiesta at El Salvador Los Primos Restaurant. All the excitement that you'd expect from the best Mexican Salvadorian cuisine. Try their authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Visit now and get the student special. Buy one burrito, get one for free. View their entire menu online at ElSalvadorLosPrimos.com.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
We are Poblanos, the only place where you will find real Mexican food. Yeah, that homemade style. We are located in 780 Main Street in Smithfield. Come and check us out. And we want to help our students out, so just bring your school ID and we'll hook it up with the food. Yeah, like tacos $1 or quesadilla combos. Only at Poblanos.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
RPMs raise your BPMs. Then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
That's very cool. Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Dave Simmons and Nick Zollinger here with you on the call for the Ridgeline Skyview basketball game tonight, boys basketball game. We just had the national anthem performed by senior guard Zach Skinner on an electric guitar, and that boy just did an excellent job. I didn't know Zach played the guitar.
I didn't either.
I know he can hit the golf ball like nobody around, but I did not know that.
That was a touch of class right there, Dave.
That was, yeah, it was. That was like last year when Marty Knowles went out and sang the national anthem.
That's right, yeah.
Who knew? Let's get to the starting lineups. Nick, you got the starters for Skyview?
I got them. Starting for your Skyview Bobcats, junior guard, number 1, Tanner Davis. He goes 6'2", averages 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. Number 5 is Carter Davis, his brother, senior 6'4" guard. He averages 12.5 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. Hayden Howe is number 33. He's a senior, a 6-foot guard. He averages 9 points a game. Logan Deal, number 40, is a 6'5" forward. He averages 14 points a game and 6.5 rebounds. And number 45, Brooks Rigby, is also a senior. He's 6'4", averages 6 points and 3 rebounds. Dave, I can't hear anything.
Let's see if I can't either. But that's what high school basketball is all about.
Oh boy, there's some energy in this building tonight.
There really is. Starters for the home team, Ridgeline Riverhawks, are as follows. Number 1 is Grady Workman. He's a 6'2" senior, averaging almost 10 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Cam Blotter is at number 2. He's a 5'10" junior, averages 4.5 points a game, 6 assists, and 3.5 rebounds. Number 3 is Carson Cox. He's a 6'5" junior, averages 13.5 a game and 6.5 rebounds. Number 34 is Luke Sorensen. He's 6'7". He's a senior, averages 17 a game and 7 rebounds. And number 35 is Jagger Frankham. He's a 6'9" junior, averaging 9.5 a game and 5 rebounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much 4 different players for Ridgeline, averaging double figures. For Skyview, we've got 1, 2, 3, and pretty much 4 averaging 10 or double figures for Skyview as well.
9 seniors on this Skyview basketball team, Dave. 9. That's crazy.
That's a lot.
I want to see a good game here tonight. I want to see a 1-possession game with less than a minute to go.
Well, your wish might be granted here, folks, as Ridgeline's Luke Sorensen will step in to jump it up, and Brooks Rigby for Skyview.
32 minutes of basketball here. It's going to be a good one tonight, folks.
Here comes the jump. It's up and tapped by Luke Sorensen, but out of bounds. And it's going to go to Skyview
is that
for
a
the first
turnover,
possession.
Or is that
I don't know how that would be scored.
I don't know how that works.
I want to thank my good young man's son, Oliver Simmons, for running the camera for us tonight. Backdoor cut to Deal is up and in.
Immediately, Tanner Davis with a nice little dime. He goes to the baseline and then drops it back to the middle of the key, and a full court press here by Skyview.
Cam Blotter barely gets it out of there to Carson Cox. Carson goes down the left side to Workman. Back up to Cox. He's going to get a high screen behind Luke Sorensen, and now they're going to back it out and set this offense as we thought they'd run a 2-3 zone, and that's what we're seeing.
Interesting enough, Tanner Davis down on the low block on the wing. Oh, he's switching with Hayden Howe.
Cam's trying to run a little, guide the people out there, and baseline jumper for Carson Cox is no good. Now, this was interesting. They put Jagger at the high post, Luke down on probably short corner, and they were running Grady Workman along the baseline. 2-0 Skyview. I'm going to go first names on the Davis boys. It's Tanner crosses half court. Goes to Carter, left side. Now down low to Deal. He's just outside the post area. Gives off to Howell. Gets a high screen, jump shot just inside three-point range is no good, short. Rebound grab by Cam Blotter. He's knocked down.
No trouble.
And I thought he got rid of it before he fell. Cox, right side, now Blotter in the lane. Kicks it outside to Workman. Doesn't take the three, now he does. Three ball is short, no good. Rebound up backside off of Carter Davis.
Yeah, just some hesitation there by Workman. You'd love to see him just hit that in rhythm, much like he did against Bear River late in the game.
Yep.
And that time he hesitated, and often that'll never lead to a good result.
He hit a few Juan Diego, too. Three-point shot by Carson Cox is long, no good. Long rebound to Workman. Probes the defense, kicks it back outside to Carson. Now to Cam Blotter. He's right side, just off of right side of center. Tanner jumps out on him, so they go down to the left side. Now back to Cam Blotter. Goes right. Now he's in the far right corner. Up top to Jagger Frankham. High post area to Cox. Three-point shot by Blotter, no good. Another long rebound for Ridgeline.
0 for 3 from beyond the arc to start this game for Ridgeline.
Between the circles again is Blotter. Right side, Cox holds. Now left side, Blotter. Looks at a three, doesn't take it. Tries to get in the lane, throws it. Almost picked off. Three-point shot by Workman is short. No good. 4. Rebound grab Tanner. Up to Deal, the other direction. It's knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. Good hustle by Workman and Blotter back to get back.
I mean, the Skyview philosophy right now is just let them shoot those three-point shots. Make them prove to us that they can knock them down with any kind of efficiency. And so far, 0 for 4 to start the game. They're not able to do it.
Tanner inbounds to Howell, down low to Deal. He's working against Jagger Frankham, and he scores it.
Yeah, kind of gets him with his left arm, his left elbow. A nice little drop step by Deal. He gets the easy bucket on the right side of the hoop.
Carson Cox gets across, picks up his dribble, gets it to Cam Blotter, back to Carson, in the lane, floater, good.
Wow,
and they call it charge.
Oh, boy.
He was in the air, and the body came underneath him, and they call a charge, so it's going to go the other direction.
Yeah, you look like you might have had an and one there. Carson Cox gets some penetration into the key, and then Logan Deal steps forward and draws the charge.
Tanner gets into the front court, still continues down, floats it, and can't get it to go. Rebound Jagger. Frankham gives off to Blotter, and he's pushing down the middle. Now they hold him up. Tanner comes around, tries to poke it from behind, can't. Cox gets it into the corner to Cox. Now up top, Frankham. Back to Blotter, letting him shoot it. Three ball is short, no good. Rebound grab by Howell. Pushing the other direction. Ridgeline's taken, I think, 5 threes. Spin move in the lane, no good by Carter Davis. Rebound grab by Carson Cox. Yeah, 4-0.
You got to get this ball into the high post. These long arms of the Davis brothers are giving this offense for Ridgeline fits to start this game.
This 2-3 zone. Cam gets in there and he gets to the rim and he misses the layup.
Well, hesitation gets right by Logan Deal, and then airballs misses that layup.
Euro step by Hayden Howell, knocked from behind by Cam Blotter.
Letting him play.
And a bad pass, but Luke Sorensen hauls it in, gives it to Carson, goes down low. He's fouled and he's going to the line.
Wow, yeah, and Cam Blotter is just upset with himself. I mentioned airball. He didn't airball the layup. He just had a wide open bucket and just missed it.
I wonder if He anticipated a little more
contact, but he had got past every Skyview defender. But that time in transition, Luke Sorensen throws it right to Carter Davis's arms and then somehow gets it back and then outlets to Carson Cox, and he gets fouled on his way to the rim. And he got the first points on the board for Ridgeline as it's 4-1 Skyview. There gets a second.
Both free throws made by Carson. And it's 4-2 for Skyview.
Almost halfway through the first quarter, Dave.
Yeah, it's not much of a scoring onslaught right now. Howe between the circles. That's almost dragged it. Didn't.
Close.
Didn't get called for a travel to Tanner Davis. In the lane, spin move, good move. Off the glass, no good. Rebound. Carson probably should have let it go. I don't think he knew that it was off of Rigby.
Yeah.
So it's going to stay with Skyview. Good contest that time. Somebody was on Tanner Davis and made a really good contest there. It might have been Workman.
First to 45 wins, Dave. I'm changing that.
Changing it, huh? Remember Green Canyon?
Onslaught I thought might show up is not here quite yet.
Remember at Green Canyon, it was just such a slow start, but then they got kind of going.
We'll see which team can get themselves going first here offensively.
Tanner Davis directing a little traffic, gets a screen from Deal. Jump shot from the short corner, no good. Rebound, Jagger Frankham, good board. He's waiting, trying to get Cam, then he does. Gets to Blotter, and now Blotter will go jogging it down the middle of the floor. Straight away, tries to look to see if he can go between the Davis boys, couldn't do it. Pass with Carson Cox back to Blotter, now back to Workman on the right side. Cox tries to drive baseline, picks up his dribble, kicks it outside to Workman. Workman just tries to get down the middle. They grab him. You can probably get those Davis boys reaching a little bit if you can try to split that defense.
Yeah, I've heard Carter gets himself at times in a little bit of foul trouble. I wish our scoreboards would give the fouls.
Yeah.
Because it's too hard to keep track of, but Carter picks up, which I think is his first. And there's only 2 fouls. The other one was on Deal, I believe, going to the rim with Cox.
Yep. Zach Skinner's checked in for Cam Blotter. He tries to get it in. Deal gets a paw on it, and it's about out of bounds. So it's going to start it all over there from the baseline. Skinner gets it into Frankham. Now to Cox. He's just off to the right side of straightaway. Left side now Zach Skinner gets into the lane, kicks it to Workman. Now Cox gets into the lane again, down to Jagger. Go up. He didn't turn and go up with that. Cox will raise for 3. Good. That's helpful.
Yeah, that is. First 3 made of the game for Ridgeline after about 6 attempts. Carson Cox is able to knock it down from the left wing.
Ridgeline has a lead, 5-4. 2:48 remaining in the first quarter. Rigby loses
Turnover.
Gets it stolen away by Sorensen. Left sideline now to Skinner. Zach on the outside. Right side Cox. Back up type Skinner. Now to Workman. Again to Cox. He goes baseline. Jump shot from the short corner. No good. Rebound backside. Hayden Howe. And a timeout will be called by Coach Hilliard of Skyview. Want to remind you that we'll watch for our Great Basin Graphics Made You Look play of the game. People are taking notice of amazing moments that make everyone stop, look, and notice. We'll watch for that here at Ridgeline. Great Basin Graphics Made You Look play. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com. York, install confidence. At Castellane.
Yeah, probably a half. Folks, if you want to watch this broadcast online, just go to CashValleyDaily.com. and you can see the stream there. Again, your video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Skyview with the ball coming into the front court is Hayden Howe. Ridgeline leading 5-4. We got 2:17 remaining in the first quarter. Davis gives to Howe. Zach Skinner all over him. He dribble handoffs with Deal. Back outside to Tanner. Tanner Davis tries to shake and bake, gets into the lane, goes up and can't get it to go. Rebound, grabbed by Frankham. Carter Davis came over and just couldn't grab it.
Yeah, Ridgeline doing a really good job on the rebounding side so far in this ball game. No offensive rebounds, I don't believe, for Skyview yet.
Skinner makes a bad pass, and they're going to call a kick, but I think that was a steal.
That was 100% Carter Davis got the steal there, and a bad call by the official. on a kick call. Yeah, that's
I thought that.
unfortunate.
I thought Carter had that one.
We might get this. Oh, it doesn't reset. Yeah, I don't think it resets on a kick in high school. I think it has to be under a certain number to reset.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Inbounds.
Oh.
Yeah. Inbounds to Workman.
Almost threw it over him. Oh,
and
boy.
a pass into the corner to Skinner. Skinner drives baseline and he throws it to nobody, except for Dave Lowe at the scorer's table.
Yeah, so that's
getting himself in the wrong spot.
Bit of a bad possession, yeah. Bad possession there for Ridgeline on the turnover. Only their second of the ball game.
Still 5-4, minute 37 left in the first. Rigby hands off to Howell. He goes baseline, goes up, layup, beautiful. Good.
Yeah, it's just a little jab step to the left, and then he slashes to the hoop on his right hand and gets the easy layup.
Luke Sorensen still in the backcourt. Now he comes into the front court on the pass from Skinner. Short corner, Frankham puts it on the floor, gets into the lane, goes up, and he's called. Another charge called on Jagger. Or the first one called on Jagger, but the second one that Skyview was drawn.
First one was on Carson, right? Yeah.
Skyview's drawn two of them.
Yeah, 2 offensive fouls, both by Logan Deal, almost right underneath the basket. And this time Jagger does kind of put his shoulder down a little bit, but a good job by Deal getting 2 offensive fouls early in this ball game.
Yeah, you got to put your body in harm's way if you want to try to get those.
Yep.
And he's been the beneficiary of a couple of calls there. Up top is Deal. Backdoor cutter. Tanner Davis goes up and scores it.
Yeah, that's what you'll get with Workman. He plays so high on defense that the backdoor cut is 100% there, and that one was kicked by Carter Davis.
Yeah.
I did see that one.
8-5. Skyview in the lead.
Bear River back cut Grady Workman all night long, I felt like. And so that's something Skyview's maybe seen on film. Hey, he plays so high on the perimeter, just give him a quick back cut. And Tanner Davis does exactly that and gets the easy layup.
Well, they got one to start the game, too. It was a back cut. So 4 of their 8 points have been on back cuts. Some substitutions coming in for Skyview. Kendrick Terrell.
Kenny.
And also
that is a
Cole
good
Hilliard.
kid right there, by the way. Old Kenny.
He's bouncy.
Yes, he is.
That.
He is bouncy.
Carson Cox into the front court, picks up his dribble, goes to Workman. Also in the game is Creighton Jenks. Bad pass by Workman. Picked off. Headed the other direction is Howell. All the way down, he tries to thread the needle to Deal, and it went past everybody.
Yeah, both of them just trying to push the envelope there. The what?
Action.
Yeah, push the action where it's really not there. It's not available. We've got to be a little smarter with the ball on both sides.
Skinner brings it into the front court with the dribble, goes to Jenks, now back to Zach. This is a game where maybe you can get Jenks going. He is a decent shooter, but he hasn't really shown it yet here at home at Ridgeline.
Couple of streaky shooters out there right now.
Zach Skinner dribble handoff with Workman. They want the last shot. There's 10 seconds left. Trailing 8-5.
Oh boy.
Left side to Jenks.
Somebody's got to shoot it.
We come to Zach. Zach goes and pulls up from the baseline. In and out. That ball was halfway down.
5-8 after 8 minutes of ball.
Yes.
8 minutes of play, Dave. I'd have never bet you that would be the score after 1 quarter of play here.
I told you, I thought that points could be hard to come by just because of the length both teams have.
On both sides, yep.
We'll be back for the second in just a moment.
At Cast-A-Lite, you'll choose from a huge selection of pavers and receive help from experts. You'll see just how easy it is to do it yourself. For brick, block, rock, paver, and tile, go where the pros go. Online at castalite.com.
When disaster overwhelms you, let ARS restore your peace of mind. Call 753-9600 or go to our website at arscleanup.com.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremonton is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AIS.
Ridgeline with the ball to start the second quarter. Skyview leading 8-5. Cam Blotter back in the ball game, comes across half court, gives to Luke Sorensen, gets a dribble handoff. Here comes the lob, and they saw it. They read it. Nobody has been fooled by that in probably 3 or 4 games. Cam Blotter, three-point shot in the corner. Good. They can use that.
I mean, that's the shot you're going to get if you're Ridgeline. You're going to get all the three-pointers you want tonight until you can prove you can make them, and Cam Blotter knocks that one down. That was pure.
Davis falls down, finds a man down low. Deal goes up and scores it. What a play by Davis when he was going down.
Yeah, he kind of slipped on the court. It almost looked like he kind of tweaked his knee, but he's fine. Good job of keeping the possession alive and getting it to Deal for the bucket.
If the Skyview fans wanted to travel on Cam Blotter when he went down earlier, that one was just as bad. Both of them falling to the ground.
He kept his dribble and then kind of fell. That was weird looking.
Yeah, it was.
Should have got that on instant replay.
Skinner tries to get a high screen from Sorensen. Jump shot from the elbow. Good.
Woo.
Nice shot.
Zach showing his mid-range game as he gets around the defense.
I thought, whoa, that was a
went
tip.
In.
And then it hit the back. He thought it hit the scoreboard, or the shot clock, but it didn't.
I think I'm going to capture that one on replay.
I think it hit the backboard. It hit the rim, then the backboard, I thought. Good shot by Zach.
Zach makes this. Yeah, they give it to Ridgeline. They're going to call this off Deal. I got it on replay, Dave. Hayden Howe pushing it up the court.
We couldn't see it.
Yeah, the scoreboard's in the way, but it hits the rim and then bounces up and hits the shot clock.
10-10 is our score. I really think Zach Skinner could be that guy this ball game.
Well, somebody's going to need to be.
Stolen away by
turnover.
Skyview.
It's the fifth.
Hayden Howell into the front court. Tries to get down the lane. Couple steps. Doesn't get it to go. Rebounds his own. Kicks it back outside to Terrell. He's going to drive and kick outside. Three-point shot on the way by Hilliard. Good.
Woo! Nice pass by Kenny as he gets a little penetration in the lane and kicks it out to Hilliard, and he knocks down the three-point shot. A little better offense to start this second quarter.
Carson Cox goes left side to Skinner, doesn't take the three, probably had it if he wanted it. Going to wait this out, see if they can get a better look. Ridgeline 13-10, three-point shot by Carson Cox is good.
Wow, just a little hesitation, dribble to his left, and he raises up, knocks one down.
Carson's got 8, 13-13. Davis, Tanner, up top. They trap him and go left side to Terrell. They give off to Rigby. Kick outside, three-point shot on the way by Hilliard. It's no good. This one does go up and over. Back to Ridgeline. We've been told the Logan Green Canyon game's getting a late start. They're getting underway in about 3 minutes. I think the JV game went long. But that Green Canyon is at Logan, so Coach Logan Brown and his staff having kind of a homecoming of sorts back to Logan High. Jinx in the backcourt playing catch with Blotter. They cross half court, still looking at that 2-3 zone. Trying to bring Carson Cox into the middle of that. Now it's a 4-man rotation on that top part, and I kind of like it. Blotter in the lane, he's fouled. They don't call it. Three-point shot on the way is no good. Jagger on the backside rebound.
They
try to drop in front of him, and they don't get it.
Carter trying to draw an offensive foul on Frankham.
They're trying to draw those. Jinx stops Terrell. He turns. He's now has to pass it outside to Tanner Davis. He gets in the lane, scores it, and he's fouled.
Yeah, just a little hesitation at the top of the three-point line, and then he gets downhill in a hurry, and a beautiful finish as he gets the contact from Skinner, and Tanner Davis finishes with his right hand. I got that one on replay, Dave.
When Cam Blotter drove on this other side, when he got in the paint, somebody had a hold of his arm.
It was Hilliard. Hilliard had a hold of his arm.
His arm was being held. Nothing called.
I heard Skyview wanted to travel, but he was getting grabbed pretty good.
Yep. 15-13 Skyview. Free throw by Davis is good. Tanner, and that's 5 points for him in the ballgame. 4:58 remaining in the first half. 16-13. Blotter now into the front court. Lobs it up to Jagger. Jagger reverses the layup. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled by Rigby. You know, it's interesting. The bigs so far for Ridgeline have not gotten many shots, let alone made
shots. Has Luke Sorensen scored yet?
No, and he hasn't even really had any shots.
I don't know that he's taken a field goal attempt, and that was Jagger's first if the offensive foul negates his shot on his first attempt going into Deal's chest where he got the offensive foul.
Free throw for Jagger is good.
Ridgeline losing the turnover battle 5-2 in this kind of hectic start to this game, Dave.
Zach Skinner will out. Hayden Workman will come back in. I don't think you can leave Zach out for too long. I thought he was bringing some good stuff.
He played well, didn't he? For the minutes he was out there.
Free throw for Jagger. Hits in and out, hits the backboard and goes back in. That is a shooter's touch right there. Jagger's got 2. 16-15 Skyview. Tanner Davis goes left. Good job by Blotter in the passing lanes, knocks it out of bounds. They were trying to get it to Howell in the corner. Creighton Jenks is the one guarding Carter Davis now. Inbounds comes to Howell. Raises for 3. Good.
Oh, boy.
That's a good-looking shot.
Yeah, it's just a little jab step, and he just pulls up right in Cam Blotter's face and knocks one down.
19-15, Skyview. Carson Cox now comes back to Workman straight away. Back to Cox. Swinging it around the perimeter. Stepping in is Workman. Couldn't get the pass over to Cox. Now they have to track it back down.
Almost a turnover. Okay,
almost
they're
twice
still
a
working on
turnover.
it.
And Carson's still trying to figure it out. Gets it to Cam Blotter. Kicks it outside to Workman. Workman step back. Doesn't take the 3. Extra pass to Carson Cox. No good. Rebound chased down by Cam Blotter and out of bounds.
Oh, that's the pressure from the Skyview defense, doing a great job just pressuring the ball at all times and making things hard on the Ridgeline offense, and they weren't able to get in sync that possession.
No, but that extra pass from Workman to
was the right
Carson,
play.
That was a good open shot for Carson.
I mean, the clock's running out on the shot clock.
Yeah.
You're rushing the shot. You have no offensive fluidity at all on that possession.
3:50 remaining in the half.
Just kind of scattered.
19-15 Skyview. Straight away is Rigby. Backdoor cutter is
Another
Howell.
cut.
Tries to scoop a pass around a
one.
guy and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, just kind of a bad decision. I felt like Howell, once he got that back cut, he could have went to the rim
Should have gone
and
up.
maybe got contact, drew the foul, but instead he tries to pass to Carter Davis, and it's a turnover for Skyview.
Ridgeline still looking at some pressure by Skyview.
They throw it away. Jeez, these turnovers for Ridgeline are killing them right now. And they're in the ball game. They're only down 4, but you got to get Luke Sorensen a touch right here. He's got to get going offensively, and that's not the way to do it right there with the turnover.
Well, you're asking him to be in the front court and trying to bring it down.
You got to get him back in the backcourt,
but
right?
where are you going to put Jagger? So this maybe is one of those times where the two
got to get the guard in there.
You maybe put Zach in and keep a 4 guard at front. Driving is Carter. He goes up and he's fouled. And it's going to be called on Carson.
Yeah, he gets to his left, which is his natural hand, and then he just shot fake, and then gets the contact, gets to the line for 2.
Free throw's coming for Carter Davis. Free throw is good. That's his first points of the game.
His mother's a Utah State Hall of Famer. Did you know that?
I don't think I realized that.
Yeah, Erin. She's a Hall of Fame volleyball player up at Utah State.
Good
for
people.
Our Aggies.
Their dad is a great, TJ's a really good dude. Every time I run into him, he's got a smile on his face, and that's a guy you want to be around. Jagger gets it to Cam Blotter. Cam to Workman, corner, doesn't take the 3. Tries to step through, and in the passing lane is Tanner Davis.
I mean, look at this defense. They're playing zone, but they're so extended, and they're on the man in their zone so tightly that they make everything difficult on you.
The shots are open in that 3-point corner, but they're not taking them. Now Cam
There's
does,
one.
and that's long.
Deep. Almost banked it.
Deal with the rebound into the front court. I mean, if you had a knockdown shooter or two, it's a different ball game. 3-point shot by Tanner Davis is good.
Yeah, that's in rhythm. Tanner shows his ability to knock down shots from the outside, and he stretches this lead for Skyview to 9, 24-15.
McDonald's sponsors our player of the game. Work for McDonald's and let McDonald's work for you. Flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, plus meals and other perks at McDonald's. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremonton is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Skyview extending this lead a little bit. They're now a 9-point lead, 24-15, with 2:48 remaining in the half.
Yes, a three-pointer by Hayden Howell right in the eyeball of Cam Blotter, and then that one, Tanner Davis raises up right in front of Grady Workman, it looked like, and they both knock him down to push this lead out to 9.
It was 8-5 at the end of the first quarter.
It's been a lot better this quarter, yep.
Wow. Foul by Rigby as he's coming over, trying to get it from Cam Blotter.
That's his second. That's going to get Kenny Terrell off the bench and checking in for Brooks Rigby.
On the court for Ridgeline is Workman, Blotter, Cox, Sorensen, and Frankham. The two Davis brothers are in, and Deal and Howell and Terrell for Skyview. Straight away is Carson Cox.
Like to see him get to the high post area.
I would too. If he can get in there, things can happen. There he is. Now Cam comes into his space, but it goes to Carson. He finds a way to get it up and score.
Somehow Cam Blotter loses the ball on penetration into the key, and it goes right into the arms of Carson Cox. He grabs it and gets the easy bucket for Ridgeline.
Tanner Davis into the front court, gets it left side to Carter Davis. 3-ball on the way for him is good.
You don't want to see that going in if you're a Ridgeline fan. Carter Davis from the corner knocks one down for Skyview.
10-point lead for Skyview now, 27-17. 2 minutes to play in the half. Cam Blotter with a hip-high dribble gives off to Workman, now back to Cam. Left side now Carson. Drives baseline, picks it up, goes back to Cam. He's going to bring it back to the front court straight away. Workman on a pivot, couldn't figure out anything, so he has to pass it out.
That's off. My goodness.
Boy. Another offensive foul called. You got to read refs. There's certain refs that just love to make that call.
You know, in the first two, I thought there was a lot of contact from the offensive player. That one, in my opinion, Hayden Howell is almost falling backwards as the contact comes at him. I don't know that he's the one in position for that call, but nonetheless, they get it, and that's the 7th turnover for Ridgeline.
And they're going to call a carry on Tanner Davis now the other direction. Coming around that high screen, get called for the carry.
That's been a point of emphasis, I know, in the NBA, is carries and travels.
I'm trying to work with my little 7th grade group about getting that high screen and not carrying coming around
Carter Davis all over Cam
Blotter. A lot of
Blotter.
length in there, and now Cam gets deflection, so both teams turn it over.
4 turnovers in the last 10 seconds.
Zach Skinner gets it and comes into the front court on the right side. Tries to drive, picks up his dribble.
Gotta keep that
now
dribble
get down
going.
to Sorensen. Sorensen loses the footing, has to go back outside to Skinner. Jump shot is no good, and Sorensen tries to catch it, and it goes off of him and out of bounds.
Yeah, Skinner's baseline jumper's blocked by Kenny Terrell, and then Sorensen's unable to handle the offensive boards and knocks it out of bounds. Possession Skyview.
27-17, Skyview in the lead, under a minute to play. Tanner Davis walks it into the front court. Picked up by Cam Workman. Cam, that's his dad. Grady Workman. Good drive by Tanner, and he scores it.
Yeah, he just comes off a little ball screen, and he's straight downhill, gets past Workman, and it's an easy layup for Tanner Davis.
He's got 10, knocked out from behind, and Jagger tries to pick it up, couldn't do it, so they go all the way down court to Tanner. Layup, good.
Wow, how does that get one in Tanner Davis's possession? That ball almost hit the rafters. Oh, but
Skinner.
a layup for Davis.
Yeah.
Another one.
Goes to
Blotter.
Workman in the lane, outside, and another carry call.
Oh, my goodness. Dave, I think that's about the 4th or 5th turnover in a row for Ridgeline as the wheels are starting to fall off here late in the second quarter, and Skyview has capitalized on, I think, almost every one.
10 turnovers.
Oh, yeah, 10 in the half.
13 seconds remaining.
Tanner's going to take this last shot. He's going to try to get another good look here as he gets past Workman again.
Nope. Workman and Tanner Davis starting to get a little chippy.
Hey, I love it. I love the competitiveness out of both those boys.
4 seconds remaining, 31-17.
They're both working their guts out.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know that Tanner Davis has come out of this ball game so far in this first half.
He'll inbound on the sideline by Coach Day. Passes it in all the way across to Deal. Give it to Hayden. Howell, 3-ball, no good. That would have been huge.
Ugly.
Yeah, that could have been a huge shot.
That could have been ugly right there. You end the half down 14. And a little flurry from Skyview to end the half as they only have 8 points in the first quarter, and they come out in the second and get 23 as Ridgeline continues to struggle offensively, is only able to muster 17 in the half, Dave.
They had shots. We'll go through those here in just a minute. We'll come back for the halftime show in just a moment.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom designed t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
My name is Sabrina, and I recommend becoming a student at New Horizons Beauty College. I've learned techniques having to deal with hairstyling, nails, coloring, chemical services, and the most rewarding thing, seeing your improvement and then seeing what you've done to others and how happy it makes them.
Combining your home and auto insurance with one agent.
Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Lana Powell. For a competitive quote on home, auto, and life insurance, call us at 752-7639. Lana Powell, State Farm Insurance.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Every day's a fiesta at El Salvador Los Primos Restaurant. All the excitement that you'd expect from the best Mexican Salvadorian cuisine. Try their authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Visit now and get the student special. Buy one burrito, get one for free. View their entire menu online at ElSalvadorLosPrimos.com.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
We are Poblanos, the only place where you will find real Mexican food. Yeah, Tajon style. We are located in 780 Main Street in Smithfield. Come and check us out. And we want to help our students out, so just bring your school ID and we'll hook it up with the food. Yeah, like tacos $1 or quesadilla combos. Only at Poblanos.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
RPMs raise your BPMs. Then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Your halftime is sponsored by Planet Fitness. Don't follow extreme things. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for $10 a month and cancel anytime. Also, for all you DIY experts out there, check out Castelite for brick, block, rock, paver, and tile. Go where the pros go at Castelite. Nick, this has been kind of all Skyview. Even when Skyview wasn't scoring early, they still were able to hold Ridgeline to 5 in the first quarter. It was 8-5 at the end of the first. But then Skyview outscores Ridgeline by 11 in the second quarter, 23-12. We got a halftime score of 31-17.
Yeah, there's no wonder this team is rated as one of the best teams in 4A and one of the top teams in all state of Utah. They have 5 very capable scorers out there, and they play some extremely good defense. With a high extended 2-3 zone, Tanner and Carter Davis have made life miserable for those guards of Ridgeline. And then you got Logan Deal down low that's getting boards and drawing offensive fouls. So far, the turnover battle is just getting lost miserably by Ridgeline. They have 10, and Skyview, on the other hand, has 5, probably more than Coach Hilliard would like to see. But in a game like this that's just so, I don't know what the word is, frantic? Is that the right word?
Yeah, that's a good.
Energized,
or even just high-paced.
Hectic. Yeah, it's just there's so much energy in the building that at times it can feel like you're playing faster than you are. And I think Skyview has done a better job of just weathering that storm, the excitement of playing on the road in a hostile environment. Hayden Howells knocked down some big shots and got some easy layups. Tanner Davis has controlled the pace of the game and then obviously got his. Carter Davis knocked down a 3-point shot. The Skyview Bobcats so far are just managing the game and limiting the mistakes better than Ridgeline, and in my opinion, playing better defense. That 2-3 zone is causing all sorts of fits.
Well, it's the right defense against a Ridgeline team who has not yet shown the ability to hit shots from the outside.
Typically, you're right, Dave, that 2-3 zone is busted up with good three-point shooting.
So the question is what's the difference between how Skyview plays it and how Juan Diego played it? Here's what I think it is. The 2 guys up top for Skyview go 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, I 100% agree that is part of it. They got the dudes.
6'2", 6'4". That length
is tough to deal with.
different than what you dealt with against Juan Diego, where they had the smaller guys playing the top of that zone. You can easily get the ball to Carson at the high post when you've got a 5'10" guy in there.
Well, Skyview definitely has the dudes to play that type of defense against Ridgeline, but I haven't seen a concerted effort by Ridgeline to get the ball into the high post. You see flashers here or there, but I don't see someone at the high post consistently.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if that's an adjustment that Coach Day is going to make.
Well, I feel like I'm seeing guys there.
Well, Jagger Frankham's kind of just lurking around there. But when he gets the ball, he's not turning and facing or being a threat at all.
I think the only time they tried to get it to him, or that he was there, was in the first couple possessions. And then they ended up starting to go back to that thing where Carson and the different guards would kind of swoop through there.
Rolling,
but you almost can't even see him because of the length being up in that area.
Well, Carter and Tanner, like I say, they're making life miserable for these guards of Ridgeline. They're getting their hands on all these passes. And you and I talked about it at the break, Dave. So many of the passes attempts are up over the top.
They're kind of lob passes. So even if they make it there,
it's too slow to do anything.
Low. It's easy to be able to recover for Skyview.
The timing's not there, so they gotta either pass fake over the top and then a hard bounce pass underneath the defender or something. You got to get the ball there quicker to get the defense out of position.
It's 100% the old school fundamentals that they try to teach when you're 8 years old. Fake high to go low, fake low to go high. You've got to be able to make those pass fakes. And if you're not going to make a good, hard, real pass fake, these guys are going to get hands on things.
And that 2-3 zone has been so extended at times that the passing lanes, just like you say, Dave, they're not there.
They're just not there. But
10 turnovers.
And that's showing you. And that's the turnovers. I wonder how many deflections. I bet you they've got another 10 deflections of passes that made it, but made it barely.
Carter Davis got called for a kick when he got it with his hand and got a turnover.
There were 12 points scored by Tanner Davis. He had 2 in the first quarter, and then he had 10 more in the second quarter. He's other people in the scoring column for Skyview. Carter Davis has 5, Cole Hilliard has 3, Hayden Howell has 5, and Logan Deal has 6.
I still don't know why you didn't let me pick Tanner Davis on the kid that's going to score more than his average.
15 and a half.
Well, what if he has 25?
If you didn't, I said, who's going to be the guy that jumps out that does something unique? Different.
So Tanner 25, Davis scoring 30 is not unique, or 25 or 24?
But dude, I thought he's capable of that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And the other guys that maybe you just don't see, I think that Hayden
Howell's capable of scoring 32, but he's only averaging 9, and that's just maybe a lack of touches throughout the year.
It could be. It very well could be.
Yep.
The only player in double figures for Ridgeline is Carson Cox. He's got 10, 5 in both quarters.
Carson's played really well. He's 10 of the 17 points for Ridgeline. Luke Sorensen has got to wake up. He's got to show up the second half.
Luke Sorensen, I don't think, I could be wrong, I don't think he's even had a shot.
I don't know that he has
let
either.
alone missed anything.
No.
I don't think he's had a look.
I cannot think of a shot he's taken.
And I think Jagger has had one shot, and he had free throws.
So is part of that just the way Skyview's defending you, or is that you as a player not inserting yourself and being aggressive enough when you do get the ball?
I don't even think they're getting the ball. I would love to see to chart how many touches those guys have had in their spots. They've had some out here in the mid-court area.
Has had a couple. I don't know that Luke has even had opportunity.
I don't think he has. So it's a good question you pose. Is it because you're not cutting hard enough and flashing hard enough and demanding the ball?
Yeah.
Or is it that they're not even seeing them? They're not even getting it to
just
them.
Making it so miserable that Luke has no opportunity to even get his hands on it.
I think it's a combination of both, but I'm going to say that right now it's Skyview's defense that is just basically dictating the entire ball game.
I tell you what, Logan Deal is going to be playing basketball the exact same way he does right now when he's 65 years old.
Yeah.
He just is.
Like you play, low and slow.
He's just one of those guys that is crafty. He's a crafty veteran out there. You know what I mean?
That seems to have
just a knack.
A knack, but just
for the game.
An appreciation for footwork.
Yes.
I mean, some guys.
He's your Timmy of Gonzaga.
Yes.
He is your Timmy.
Or Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Just the guy that does it right.
Kevin Anderson for the Timberwolves, right? Is it Kevin Anderson? You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Hang on. Go ahead, Dave.
For the Timberwolves?
Yeah, he's playing for Minnesota right now.
Yeah, but you're right. Logan Deal is, I think he is the real deal. I just the way he can, that first move he put on Jagger.
Oh.
It was footwork, man. It wasn't
100%.
anything but like going over top of a guy, or it was just flat out great footwork. I don't think I finished out the scoring for Ridgeline. So Cam Blotter has 3, Zach Skinner has 2, and Jagger Frankham has 2.
Sorry, Kyle Anderson, not Kevin.
Okay.
Kyle Anderson. Just low and slow, methodical, get you out of position, and then get you with one of those little hooks underneath, you know, and get around your body and get to the hoop.
Logo Shop sponsors our Uniform Check. Check out your Logo Shop for your source for uniforms, fan gear, club T-shirts, all customized with your school's logo. And if you're needing parts for your car, Napa Auto Parts is the place to go. All the way locations from Preston all the way down through Cache Valley. You can count on Napa Auto Parts for the parts you need and the parts you use every day. And then El Salvador Los Primos, try their authentic pupusas, street tacos,
said that
and
wrong.
more.
Say it right.
El Salvador Los Primos. Oh, you wanted me to roll the R. Los Primos. Authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Get the student special. Buy one burrito, get one for free.
You'd take a pupusa right about now, wouldn't you?
I would take pretty much anything right about now.
You'd eat about anything, huh?
Right
You're
now,
a garbage disposal at the moment?
Hungry.
You know, I love going to Beehive Grill. It's my favorite place to eat in Logan. Oh,
I know,
Dustin
and you like
such
to just
a great job.
Surprise
me. Yeah, everyone out there listening right now, all 7 of you, go to Beehive and just tell the waiter to surprise you. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. I feel like you could go to Los Primos and do about the same thing.
Probably.
Hey, look, our good
I just
buddy.
don't want the surf. I'll take turf. Don't give me surf.
Okay, well, you can maybe say that. Say our good buddy Jeff Benson in the house tonight. One of the celebrities of Cache Valley from old Newton.
Yep.
Anyone from Newton is just one of the...
A celebrity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you're from Newton, you're a celebrity.
Newton, everyone knows you.
Read the authentic reviews for Cache Valley Auto, or the online reviews for Cache Valley Auto Care, and decide for yourself. Behind Home Depot, 1175 North, 200 East in Logan. That's Cache Valley Auto Care. And then Advanced Integrated Systems, a Best of Northern Utah Gold winner, will elevate your home with an easy-to-use system for home theater, audio, video, lighting, and indoor and outdoor motorized shades. That's Advanced Integrated Systems. We got 1 minute before the second half starts. Let's take another quick break.
Hey, real quick before we go, you're down 14. What adjustments do you make in halftime if you're Coach Day?
I mean, what can you do besides knock down shots? I feel like they've had looks. They're just not making them. If you make a few of those three-pointers, things start to spread out. Then you can get the ball to Luke. Then you can get the ball to Jagger. But right now, if you're not going to hit shots from the outside, I don't see a change.
Stop turning the ball over and get the ball to the high post.
You might be right. Okay, we'll be right back.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com. York, install confidence.
At Cast-A-Light, you'll choose from a huge selection of pavers and receive help from experts. You'll see just how easy it is to do it yourself. For brick, block, rock, paver, and tile, go where the pros go. Online at castalight.com.
Ridgeline and Skyview about ready to start the second half. It's 31-17. Ridgeline down to Skyview here at home. And Tanner Davis brings it into the front court, picked up by Grady Workman. Goes into the corner, a set play to start the half. That would be huge. It was a three-point shot taken by Hayden Howell. Couldn't get it. They tried to save it onto the court, and Rigby did.
It out of bounds.
Then he ended up coming back in and getting it and throwing it out of bounds.
So a turnover to start the half for Skyview. I got that as their 6th of the game.
Still in that pressure. It's a 1-2-2 full court press. Cam Blotter trying to fake and hide and see. That's that little lobby pass that's.
There it is again.
Yep, there's not a lot you can do, but you can get it into the front court. So now they do. You wanted Grady to
go baseline.
Attack that baseline.
Now he does, but he's
late there.
Oh, and then a tip.
Bad pass, deflected, grabbed by Carter Davis. And off to Howell.
Back-to-back turnovers.
Pass down low. Over top to Rigby. He couldn't get it. Carson Cox grabs it. Another turnover for Skyview. Now the other direction they turn it over.
Come on, guys.
Back and forth.
4 turnovers, 2 by each team. Yep, Carter Davis is out there. Good senior captain trying to get his boys to calm down. Says, hey, guys, come on, we're up 14. Just stop turning it over. Get a look.
Hayden Howell. Around a screen, jump shot from the elbow. Short, no good. Rebound grabbed by Frankham. Gives it off to Blotter.
See if Ridgeline can get a shot up here.
Picks up his dribble, goes to Workman. In the lane, kicks it out to Blotter. 3 ball on the way for Cam, no good. That was way left.
Might be the Cast Light brick of the game.
I'm telling you, they are open out there. It's just a matter of knocking them down.
There's not even anyone for Skyview running at him.
On the left block is Deal, scoops it through to Rigby. Rigby goes up and scores it.
Oh, yeah, the crafty Deal.
I just don't think that Sorensen needed to come over and help.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Jagger was in good position, and Sorensen comes to help, and then it opens up Rigby for the easy layup and the nice pass from Deal.
Carson Cox.
This is where you got to capitalize when they're rushing getting back.
Three balls blocked. Jagger's three-point shot is blocked by Tanner Davis.
Oh, man, he does it all.
Deal. Spins. Woo! Oh, that's an extra, but they gave it to him, and that's a layup by Deal. There's your footwork right there.
That's crafty by the big man again. Logan Deal comes straight down the lane, and just a nice spin move. We're going to watch that on instant replay, Dave.
See if he traveled. I thought that extra one was a third, but I could have missed it.
Just great defense by Tanner Davis to start the transition for Skyview, and then Logan Deal right here from his right hand.
I think it's 3.
Well,
it's very close.
It's on the gather, right?
Yeah.
Like it's that gather step that that always question is the question. But it looks like, I mean, it's a beautiful move by Logan Deal. The big man, like you mentioned, Dave, has just unbelievable footwork. That time he just pirouettes and spins right past Jagger Frankham and gets the easy bucket for Skyview.
They're having fun right now. I see smiles out there for those guys.
It's all
I do not see smiles on the Ridgeline side.
It's shoot and giggle right now.
Yeah, they're having fun.
Shoot and giggle out there. You're up 18 on another team's floor.
Yeah, Ridgeline's going to need to dig in right now to see if they can climb back into this thing. 35-17, Ridgeline down at home. 6 minutes to play in the third. Watch Rigby just fight down there with Sorensen. They're just not letting him get it.
Yeah, they're being so physical. I'm sure that was a point of emphasis from Coach Hilliard. Just be as physical as possible with Frankoman, Sorensen, make their life a living nightmare in the key, and that's what they're doing.
Left side Workman tries to get a high screen for Sorensen, goes right side to Cox. They can't get it down there to him. They just keep fighting him. Carson, knock out of his hands by Rigby.
Yeah, Coach Day, when they swing that ball into Carson's hands, they get a nice little pick action by the two big guys, and Sorensen is open, but Carson goes back with the swing instead of finds Sorensen on the low block. Coach Day was not happy with that one.
Let's see if they can get it in there now. Let's watch. You watch
There
Luke
he
and
is.
see if he gets open or not. They tried to draw another offensive foul. This time they do call a block on Hayden Howell.
The big guys are in position, but when the ball swings, the guards are not looking to feed the big guy. They either got their head down wanting to drive, or they're looking for the swing back to go opposite of where it came from. And they got to find, right there, Jagger Frankham on Hayden Howell is a matchup you'd want.
Yeah, Hayden's having to play down in this. Jump shot in the lane on a floater by Carson is good.
Yeah, that was stop the bleeding, Carson. Thank you.
35-19.
Getting ugly there.
Tanner Davis into the front court, guarded by Workman. Gets a high screen from Deal, kicks it out to Carter. Carter gets into the lane, right-handed floater by the lefty is good.
The opposite hand for Carter Davis. He gets penetration and finishes with his offhand, right hand.
He's got 7 in the game. 37-19. Still an 18-point lead for Ridgeline. Workman there he gets it down to Sorensen, drops it down to Jagger. Back out to Cox. Straight away, Cam Blotter. Back to Cox in the corner. Drives, floats, good. Carson's playing well.
Yeah, he's come out aggressive here. He's putting the team on his back offensively. He's got 14 in the ball game.
He's got 15 in the ball game. Oh, that's 14, sorry. 15 for
Carter going to work
move on the right hand, and that's good.
Into the lane with your left and spin back to your right and float it up there, senior guard Carter Davis. That was beautiful.
That's high skill level right there.
That is high skill level. Opposite hand finish twice in a row.
Three-pointer on the way by Jagger is good. That helps.
I've been pushing the highlight reel here, Dave. After just a flurry of turnovers to start this half, the offense has come alive for both teams, but Ridgeline's down 15.
39-24. Skyview with the ball. Tanner Davis guarded by Workman.
I like this high ball screen. He works right here.
They use it with Deal. He goes underneath it this time twice. Gets a little bit of a push off. No good on the jump shot. Cam Blotter on the rebound. Pushes down the sideline to Workman. Workman tries to get in the lane.
There
Goes
you go.
up and he's wedged underneath the backboard, but he's fouled by Rigby.
This is probably going to get Kenny Terrell off the bench, as that's Rigby's third. So you got Rigby in a little bit of foul trouble here. Coach Hilliard elects just to stick with him. This will be interesting to see what they do here over the next 3.5 minutes with Rigby.
Workman at the free throw line. His free throw is good. That is his first point of the game.
Workman and Sorensen, your two of your leading scorers, and here comes Kenny Terrell in the game for Rigby.
Cam Blotter goes out and Zach Skinner comes back in.
Those two have got to insert themselves in the game here offensively. Sorensen has got to find a way to get going here if Ridgeline's going to have a prayer of getting back in this ball game.
Second free throw for Grady is up and good. So he's got 2. 39-26, Ridgeline in the lead. Tanner Davis crosses half court. He's picked up there by Carson. Jump shot no good. That's Carter, I'm sorry.
That was
right.
Rushed.
And Zach Skinner pushes down to the sideline to Carson Cox. Spins, jump shot, a little bit of hand I thought on that one. Up high for the rebound was Workman, couldn't grab it. Hayden Howell does. He's coming straight down the middle. Behind the back pass, scores it.
Wow, Hayden Howell gets straight down the middle of the lane, and there's no one stopping ball for Ridgeline right now. And when you get into the paint and help comes, he goes behind his back.
Nice
We're going to
pass
watch that one on replay.
Yeah, watch the straight down. He had a full head of steam, Howell.
Yeah, Carson spins left and misses the jumper, and then Hayden goes up strong for the board with the contest from Grady Workman.
Nobody stops ball.
No one stops ball. There's no guards back. Transition defense fails, and there's the easy layup.
Nice play by Hayden Howell. Sometimes
Beautiful.
people will say that's not like high percentage. That is high percentage. It's not fancy. I don't think that's fancy. I think that's a really good, it's a no-look pass is essentially what it is.
Well, it's not fundamental.
I'm going to say you're right. But I think some old-timers think that's not. But that's not a hard pass to make.
I love the one where Jason Williams went behind his back and hit with his elbow.
That is what the kids would
high
say
level.
sick.
That's sweaty.
Yeah.
That is sweaty.
That was good. Skinner gives to Frankham. Cross-court pass to Cox.
Oh.
Now they're trying to get it down to Luke.
There he is.
Still can't get it there.
Beat him. There
now
you
they
go.
do. There's the foul on Deal.
See Deal just working side to side, not giving Sorensen any kind of opportunity to get good position. He just continues to battle, and he drew the foul there, but he's making it really hard to get the ball into the paint to Luke Sorensen.
41-26. Skinner inbounds out to Cox. Now Workman, left side, angle. Backs it out a bit. Down low, bad pass is deflected.
Turnover.
Deal now in the open court. Tanner Davis, cross-court pass to Howell. In the lane, passes into the corner back to Terrell. Now to Howell. They move it really good. Down low, good play by Carson. You can't go over top of that lane.
Yeah, the long body of 6'4". Carson Cox gets his hand on that one, creates a turnover for Ridgeline. They got to get points here.
Where's the turnover now? Situation now.
Oh, it's ugly. It's ugly.
Carson Cox gets a hand check by Howell.
And the Skyview faithful wanted a little contact on Zach Skinner, pushing Carter Davis on that loose ball.
Did he?
Well, I mean, I just saw Carter go flying. I didn't see the contact. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, there's.
I'm trying to run a computer, 2 cameras, this music thing, and pay attention to the game, and it's not easy.
Yeah, I completely understand.
But the turnovers are ugly, Dave.
Workman goes right side to Cox.
Give it to him. There he is.
There he is.
There
now he's got. And they just did.
Triple team.
And they call it travel, or they call it jump ball.
Yeah, and so what has to happen when that happens? They triple team or double team the post. It's got to immediately
move,
get out of there, and find the open guy. And if you don't want to take that three-point shot, which is what they're giving you, you got to cut into the lane at the high post to find the opportunity to score at the mid-range.
As soon as he put that ball on the floor,
double team was coming.
Came.
Double and triple team.
Entry pass is a bad when it goes deflected, and now Hayden Howell's got it. Into the corner to Davis. That's Tanner. Drawn kick outside to Hilliard. Kick outside to Howell. Short corner now, Deal.
The fine feet of Logan Deal.
Goes up the chest of Jagger, and he scores it.
Wow, the great move by Logan Deal. He's just so crafty down low. He kind of shot fakes to his right and then comes back to his left and gets into the chest of Jagger Frankham. And Frankham's got his arm straight up like, what did I do? But he gets the foul and the and one opportunity.
Free throw for Deal is no good. Couldn't convert. The three-point play.
Up by 17.
Ridgeline has not been able to really crack into this thing in this third quarter. 1:38 remaining in the quarter. Up top, Skinner. Back to Workman.
There he is.
Back to Skinner. Zach gets into the high post area to Carson Cox. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Sorensen. They take it out of his hands, and now Jagger goes up and scores it, and he's fouled.
Yeah, I don't know who they're going to call this on, if it's Hilliard or Kenny. It's Kenny Terrell with the foul, as the offensive boards are crashed by Sorensen and Frankham right there, and it bounces around and lands up in the arms of Jagger Frankham, and he goes up with Kenny Terrell on his arm and gets the and one opportunity back on this side. He's got a chance to narrow the gap to 14.
Free throw coming for Jagger is no good. Rebound, Sorensen.
Hilliard.
No, it's going to go off of Luke and out of bounds. Hilliard was
you
fighting
can
with
just
him.
see the frustration on Sorensen's face right now. He's been battling in there all game long and just nothing to show for it at this point.
They only go 7 deep on this Skyview team,
Terrell
which is not normal for a Hilliard team.
Oh, my goodness.
Tanner Davis got himself caught in the air. He tried to spin.
Reel if that goes in.
Carson Cox goes back to Frankham. Now he gives off to Workman. Workman crosses over, gets down onto the short corner. He's hit. He's got to pass it out of there. Gets it to Skinner. 3-ball on the way by Zach is no good. Rebound all the way into the corner and out of bounds.
Yeah, just a frustrating night offensively for everybody out there. We just haven't had the ability to knock down those shots from outside. I want to say they're got to be close to 3 for 15 or 17 right now from beyond the arc. And another missed shot by Skinner. 4.
Jagger hit one in this quarter.
That's right.
Carter up top to Rigby. Now to Howe. Step back Jay. Short. Rebound grabbed by Jinx.
Oh,
He's
trap.
needing some help. Gets out of there to Frankham and now to Workman. 26 seconds remaining in the quarter. They are just all around.
Yeah, they're double teaming
Luke.
before he even gets the ball. Corner was there.
Zach straight away. Passes to Workman. Still tries to go baseline.
That's offensive.
They're going to call that one offensive
that
too.
One's easy. I mean, he just goes straight into the chest.
But is he moving?
Well, I don't know. You don't have to be stationary, but when you're the one initiating the contact with your off arm, I just think it's too easy of a call for an official. When the arm's extended, that's always going to be offensive.
5 seconds remaining. Howell gets the handoff. Elbow goes behind the man with Rigby. Good vision, but he couldn't handle it. So 0.2 left as the turnover goes to Skyview back to Ridgeline.
15-9 in turnovers, 15 for Ridgeline.
So it's 43-28 at the end of the third quarter. Ridgeline's got their work cut out for them.
Did that seem like a quick third quarter to you?
Yeah, that was a quick one.
Very quick.
We'll be back in just a moment.
At Castelite, you'll choose from a huge selection of pavers and receive help from experts. You'll see just how easy it is to do it yourself. For brick, block, rock, paver, and tile, go where the pros go. Online at castelite.com.
When disaster overwhelms you, let ARS restore your peace of mind. Call 753-9600 or go to our website at arscleanup.com.
Here's today's hot and perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Advanced Integrated Systems in Tremonton is looking for passionate technicians to join the team. Work with your hands daily to create custom next-level smart home experiences for each client. To learn more about our career paths and rewarding benefits, visit AISAV.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Moving into the fourth quarter, Ridgeline and Skyview here at Ridgeline High School. Skyview having their way, 43-28. As we have 1 quarter to play here, Ridgeline's going to have a miraculous fourth quarter to get any chance of this one. Rigby, lob, Terrell goes up, couldn't get it to go. He was up there. His head was by the backboard.
My question is, why is Rigby throwing that pass?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd get that into Hayden Howell's hands or someone.
Yeah, that one wasn't really catchable and finishable. Jinx in the backcourt. Sorensen comes up, gets it. Now go back to Jinx, and now crosses half court to Skinner. Skinner rips through and goes down the left sideline. Now he's on the baseline, kicks it to Workman. 3 ball on the way by Grady is good.
There you go, Workman getting a 3 ball to drop first possession of this fourth quarter. They're going to need a bunch of those.
They're going to chip away. They're down 12, 43-31. Rigby gives back to Howell. Howell picks up a dribble. He's got to come outside to Terrell. Jab step in the lane, can't get, or just outside the lane, can't do anything there. Kicks it outside to Carter. He goes to Hilliard, and now Howell. Drives, passes deflected, and picked off. He's had a few of those. Workman into the front court. Now straight away, Skinner.
You got to get the ball into Frankham here with Terrell, and he's going to try to bait him into a call there. Kenny kind of flops a little bit when he's got Jagger posting him up. But the refs don't fall for it. Right now, you got Ridgeline going to be in the bonus from here on out.
Okay, so this is your smaller lineup bringing Jagger out. We'll see if it makes any difference from a shooting perspective. I mean, Jagger can hit shots, but they would obviously like to see him down in there. Carson in the lane has to pick it up or move out with the dribble. Skinner trying to get it down to Luke. Can't do it. Just too many arms and hands in there.
How high these Davis boys play in this 2-3 zone, too.
And they just try to filter it all into where they want them. 3 ball on the way by Carson Cox is no good. Rebound, Carter Davis, and a rebound called by Zach Skinner.
And then as soon as it goes up, Carter Davis is
crashing the boards on the
crashes
backside.
down to the boards and cleans that one up on the miss from Carson Cox.
Tanner Davis rushes down the left sideline. Picks up his dribble. Or no, he doesn't pick it up. Stops his dribble, but keeps the dribble, if that makes any sense. Out top, Rigby. Carter, pick and roll with Rigby, goes up, waits for Luke Sorensen to fly by, then goes up and scores it.
Yeah, beautiful pick and roll against the man defense of Ridgeline. Gets Rigby wide open, and then just a little head fake when the help defense gets there. Gets Sorensen in the air, and the easy bucket for Skyview.
31-45. Jump shot on the baseline by Workman is no good. Rebound to Davis.
Oh, this
and now
might
Tanner
be a
Davis
dunk.
the other way.
Nope.
He goes up and he dunks it.
Wow!
As Grady Workman was chasing him down, he just couldn't quite get there early enough.
And the guard is bouncy. The junior guard throws it down in Ridgeline Stadium, or whatever you want to call this, arena? Field house? Whatever it is.
Anyone you want.
All of them.
Skinner, left side three-point range. He's out there about 3 or 4 feet beyond it. Tries to cut in the middle. Nice pass down low to Sorensen, and he has his first shot.
That's,
I think, the first shot of the game.
Field goal. His first field goal attempt.
First attempt.
I think it is, Dave. With 5:15 to go in the fourth, your leading scorer gets his first field goal
Zach
attempt.
Skinner with a hand.
Turnover.
Gets it in the lane. Going down the lane is Workman, and he's fouled. I think Zach had a hand on that one down there on Carter Davis. Knocked it out of bounds.
You got to turn this into an ugly game. If you're Ridgeline, you're in the bonus now. You're going to be shooting from the line. If you can knock down some foul shots and put Skyview in foul trouble here, you might be able to claw back into this, but with 5 minutes to go, it's going to be a long road to hoe for the Riverhawks.
Free throws coming for Workman. First one is up and no good.
No good. Well, that's part of it, is you got to make these foul shots.
Yeah, the clock is stopped. This is the time to be able
You're
to.
down 14. Man, if you get this to single digits in 2 more possessions, that's huge.
One more coming for Workman.
Good student body here for Skyview.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Second free throw is good. 47-34. Skyview in the lead. 5 minutes to play. Blotter back in the game, guarding Howell. Right side, Carter Davis. Working, it was against Skinner. Up top to Howell. Howell travels.
And I don't know if that is a travel.
I'm not sure either. It's a call that some of those refs
love
love making that call.
Yep.
Timeout called on the floor. It's a full timeout.
What do we got, Dave? You want me to do one of these?
Why don't you
I haven't
do one
been
of
doing
those.
a very good job. Where are we
Talk
at?
about our good buddy Dan Grange at D&D Auto and Salvage.
D&D Auto Salvage. They're going to pay you the most for your junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available.
Also, Les Olson Company, half of all organizations have been victims of ransomware attack. Don't take risks. Take action with Les Olson. When most people think of Les Olson, they think copiers and printers, and that's
think of
great.
Dave
but they got to
Simmons.
think of IT services. Well, thank you.
Yeah, I just think Dave Simmons. You say Les Olson, I think Dave Simmons, and then I think security attacks, because that's all you ever talk about. I got a
New Horizons.
Yeah, looking for a fresh cut? Visit New Horizons Beauty College, voted best hair salon in best of northern Utah. Where is New Horizons? Right there.
Skyview, one of the Skyview sponsors is Old Grist Mill. Muffins, scones, bagels, cheese bread, sweet rolls. This is brutal to do when you're hungry. Just so
it
you know.
is. And
Baked
I
fresh
love
daily.
Old Grist Mill.
Take out, curbside pickup, and delivery available at Old Grist Mill.
Another sponsor of Skyview's Preston Watts Collision and Glass. Preston Watts Collision and Glass in Smithfield has it all and knows how to work with every insurance company. Call Preston Watts Collision and Glass.
They've been a long-time sponsor of Skyview Athletics.
We need to pick a McDonald's player of the game for both teams. Did you ever say that yet? I have my idea who it is
doing it.
Skyview so far, and Ridgeline for that matter.
Workman kicks to Skinner in the corner, doesn't take the three there. Probst can't do anything, so he gives it back out to Workman. Now Blotter Lob it over top. You can't make that pass.
That's a bad decision on a skip pass by Cam.
That wasn't even a. There was no skip to it.
That was an easy interception by Rigby.
Yeah. Tanner goes to Rigby. 3 ball in the way by Rigby is an air ball.
I was going to say, I don't know that he's got that in his repertoire, does he? I think he's more of a guy at the rim. Like 2 feet are in, he's going to make it. You get him at 25, I don't think it's going in at high percentages.
Might not be his game. That one didn't look quite like it, but we haven't seen the young man play this year until now.
This is the first game I've seen him play other than JV last year.
He made a difference last year in the state tournament,
Yes, he did. He played great in that semifinal game.
Mm-hmm.
They should have won that game.
Zach Skinner fights his way in, can't get it to go.
Oh, my, and Logan Deal.
Luke Sorensen was climbing the ladder, and he was kind of undercut a little bit. Nothing called in the lane, and Hayden Howell throws another one away.
Another turnover for Skyview. They play so recklessly sometimes with the ball, and they just kind of try to do a little too much. And that time, the 12th turnover for Skyview.
Cam Blotter into the front court, throws it up. They try to get it from Workman up over top to Sorensen. I think that Grady hesitated just a hair on that. Grady goes for a steal, can't get it, so now they got numbers. Moving the ball. Carter Davis's 3-point shot is short, no good. Rebound. Sorensen fights Deal.
Deal's got his hands all over him.
Yeah, I mean, he's locking his arm. And
they have made Luke Sorensen's life miserable here tonight. I guarantee his name has been written on the board and a big barbed wire fence drawn around it to say we are going to corral him all night.
You know what's interesting?
Put thorns in his shoe.
That's not comfortable, is it?
No.
I didn't see Cam Blotter get fouled, but he's headed to the line.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Yeah, Luke got it to Cam, and then it looked like maybe, I don't know who came over, and I think Carter might have hit Cam.
Free throw for Cam is good.
But, I mean, what a frustrating night if you're Sorensen. 2 points, 1 field goal attempt.
This could cut to 11.
How do you answer that kind of a defensive philosophy when you look at the next game and the next matchup against these boys?
47-36, Skyview in the lead. Tanner Davis picks up his dribble and now goes left side to Rigby. Goes right back to Tanner. Down low to Deal. He goes through Carson Cox.
And I don't know how that's...
that's all I'm saying is we've seen it both sides.
And I just call it as it is. I mean, I've seen Skyview do that 3 times and get the call, and then Ridgeline doesn't get the call. But
yep, you got to call it the same as all people are saying.
Yeah, I mean, I know kids on both. Oh, and that's I think that. I mean, I know these boys on both teams. They both have played really hard. You just want the officiating to be consistent.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Carson Cox to inbound underneath his own basket on the deflected outlet. Cam Blotter in the lane. Ooh. Layup, good.
Nice little drive by Cam. Good job getting a bucket, getting this lead down to 11. I want to say this is about as close as they've been. That actually
should be 9 now, isn't it?
No.
Oh, no, Deal. Yeah, sorry.
Deal got the...
Okay, so 49-38, 2:48 remaining in the ballgame.
Can they get back into this? Can they get it to single digits? When's the last time it was at single digits, Dave?
Second quarter.
Well, is that it?
Probably.
We need those high analytics and stats given to us. Come on.
Advanced heating and AC, advanced fireplace and stove. Looking for a new gas fireplace. Advanced fireplace and stove in Logan has what you need. Call 752-7272.
ARS, got a mess? Call ARS.
And Poblanos. Try Poblanos at 78 Main Street in Smithfield. Don't forget the student special. Tacos for $1. Quesadilla combo.
That sounds good.
That sounds like a place to make a drive to go see.
And your final sponsor of the night, State Farm agent Lana Powell. When you bundle home, auto, and life insurance, you save. Call Lana Powell today at 752-7639.
She's been a long-time sponsor. I called games for about 9 years out at Skyview, and she was sponsoring then. Download a deal.
Bucket.
There's your layup. They easily broke the pressure there put on by Ridgeline.
And no one backside.
That's a clinic in a press break. Cam Blotter left side in the corner. Carson Cox, 3-ball is good.
There you go, Carson. Another three-pointer by Carson. He's been about the only one that's been able to make one, and he gets the lead down to 10.
Still pressure put on. Carter Davis working against Luke Sorensen. Skip pass to Tanner.
Yeah, this is where the tempo is slow to a little bit of a grinding halt here.
This is where a shot clock makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
A pass comes through, deals hands, and out of bounds.
I just honestly can't remember a ball game where I've seen this many turnovers, Dave. And if you want to know the reason you don't get to 65 or 70 points, it's because both teams have about 15 turnovers.
Yeah, it's the length you're trying to fight against, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's been a lot of deflections out there.
Workman comes up top to Blotter.
Huge possession here for Ridgeline if you're going to get back in this. Get this to single digits.
Workman, 3-ball in the way. It looks long.
No way.
It is long. Rebound, fought for. On the floor, timeout. They got a timeout called by Luke Sorensen on the floor getting that ball.
Good hustle by Luke.
With a minute 39 remaining. Ridgeline's down 10.
No more important time than right now, Dave. You have to get a bucket if you're Ridgeline right here if you're going to get back in this.
We will take a quick break and come back in just a moment.
What do they do at the Logo Shop? Custom designed t-shirts, hats, and jackets with your company logo. Or put your logo on pens, drinkware, golf balls, travel accessories, outdoor gear, anything. Give them a call. Check out the possibilities.
Logo Stop, the Logo Shop.
My name is Sabrina, and I recommend becoming a student at New Horizons Beauty College. I've learned techniques having to deal with hairstyling, nails, coloring, chemical services, and the most rewarding thing, seeing your improvement and then seeing what you've done to others and how happy it makes them.
What's that? There we go.
We got a mixing through all of them right now.
What do we got, Dave?
51-41 is the Ridgeline score. Here hosting Skyview. We did get a score update.
Yeah, Green Canyon.
And Bear River and Mount Crest are tied up at 38, I had.
Yeah, and then Green Canyon was up on Logan 40-35 at half. That's the last I kind of like this beat.
Yeah. You officially dropped a beat right there.
I know how to
Skinner
drop.
will inbound to Blotter. He picks up his dribble and shouldn't have. Now he's got to go to Workman on the right side. Back to Cam. Steps in. Back to Workman. They're trying to get Carson on that baseline, running through the baseline.
Oh, my goodness.
And now Ridgeline throws it away.
For their 17th turnover of the ball game, there's 30 total turnovers in this ball game, and Coach Day has had it with the turnovers, I'm sure. He looks extremely frustrated.
Tanner Davis on the right side.
And they're going to work all this shot clock.
As they should. Tanner again as he gets it back from Rigby in the lane. Gets it to Rigby, and now Deal on a cut. Back out to Rigby, drives baseline. Passes along the baseline to Carter. Now outside Deal, 3-ball, good.
Just like Timmy. He can get it done in the post, and now, oh my goodness, Tanner Davis with an interception. Oh!
And then he goes and scores it, and Carson Cox will get called for a foul.
For a huge exclamation point on this ball game for the Bobcats as he picks it off at half court after Deal knocks down the 3-ball, and then he goes straight, attacks the rim, and finishes with the contact from Carson Cox. And he's going to put this basically completely out of reach.
Missed the free throw. It's an and one. Nobody went in to grab it. And finally, Luke Sorensen grabbed it.
We got the subs coming in.
It's a 15-point lead with under a minute to play, and we're going to see some JV now.
Yeah, with a minute and a half, you got a 10-point deficit, and you have the ball. And Grady Workman tries to penetrate, tries to probe, and then just throws it out of bounds. And then it leads to a Logan Deal 3-pointer and a Tanner Davis layup. And all of a sudden you're down 15 and this game's out of reach. When you, at a moment, had a chance to get almost bad, but at least put some pressure on Skyview, right?
But, credit Skyview. To me, it's that second quarter.
So well.
That second quarter was just all Skyview.
You had Hayden Howell knocking down 3-pointers in the second quarter. Tanner Davis, Carter Davis getting buckets. And like you say, just running away with it in the second quarter. How many did they have? 23 in the second?
23 to 12.
Yeah, so
it was 12 to 11 and 8 to 5 in the other quarters.
Ridgeline is yet to win a quarter.
They're winning this one, but
not by
one.
Very much.
No, but by one. So, yeah, 40 seconds remaining. Then we see all new faces out there for both teams.
JV squad.
Yep. Preston Brenchley in the corner tries to drive baseline, gets into the corner to Lowe. That's Dawson Lowe. Misses on he hits the side of the backboard. And they get inbound to Jackman, or up top to Brenchley. Floater off the glass, no good. Rebound grab by Terrell. And he'll just walk it.
Yep.
That'll be done on the scoreboard, on the shot clock too. So that'll finish it out with 14 seconds left. The final is Skyview 56, Ridgeline 41.
Lower scoring game than I anticipated, but I didn't think that we'd have 30 turnovers total in this ball game. And credit the Skyview Bobcats for having a game plan here tonight.
And executing
it very well. On the defensive side, just making things extremely hard for the big guys for Ridgeline. And on the offensive side, led by Tanner Davis, knocking down big shots and executing on offense and running out of here with a 15-point win.
Actually, it was a 13-13
tie
in the fourth quarter. Well, I'll tally these up, and we'll come back and share them with you on our post-game show. We're expecting to hear from Coach Kyle Day as well. We'll be back in just a moment.
Combining your home and auto insurance with one agent.
Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Lana Powell. For a competitive quote on home, auto, and life insurance, call us at 752-7639. Lana Powell, State Farm Insurance.
Your Cache and Box Elder County McDonald's take pride in being part of our community. Your local McDonald's is hiring with flexible hours, tuition reimbursement, and great pay. Start your career today. Apply at careers.mcdonalds.com. McDonald's is an equal opportunity employer committed to a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Now is the time to head over to Cache Valley Auto Care, because when your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East, 1175 North.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Every day's a fiesta at El Salvador Los Primos Restaurant. All the excitement that you'd expect from the best Mexican Salvadorian cuisine. Try their authentic pupusas, street tacos, and more. Visit now and get the student special. Buy one burrito, get one for free. View their entire menu online at ElSalvadorLosPrimos.com.
Defense helps win championships. That's true in business too. This is Dave Simmons. Les Olson IT is the best defense for your network. Everything from copiers to outsourced IT services.
Les Olson IT.
We are Poblanos, the only place where you will find real Mexican food. Yeah, Dajon style. We are located in 780 Main Street in Smithfield. Come and check us out. And we want to help our students out, so just bring your school ID and we'll hook it up with the food. Yeah, like tacos $1 or quesadilla combos. Only at Poblanos.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
RPMs raise your BPMs. Then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
This is Craig Adams. At Adams Wealth Advisors, we are here to help you receive peace of mind whether you've done a lot of planning or a little planning. Count on our team at Adams Wealth Advisors for honesty, professionalism, and integrity.
Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com or call 752-1702 to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Ridgeline and Skyview in what was what we were assuming would be the game of the night. I mean, it was still a good game as far as the tempo went, but it was a little sloppy. Both teams with a lot of turnovers, but Skyview ends up winning this one 56-41. What did the turnovers end up being?
17-13 in favor of Skyview. Dave, there was 2 times in the game where 4 turnovers were committed, 2 by each team on 4 consecutive possessions for each team in the matter of about 20 seconds. And that happened twice. And it was just that defense from Skyview, the extended 2-3 zone with Carter and Tanner Davis out high, just putting tons of pressure on the guards and taking away any kind of passing lanes. And then crafty Logan Deal, Logan Timmy down low, just drawing charges early in the game. He got a couple early. And just, I thought he and Brooks Rigby and Kenny Terrell, when he came in the game, made life miserable for Jagger Frankham and Luke Sorensen, to the point where those 2 combined only had 9 points.
I would even argue that between those 2, there were a total of 4 shot attempts. I'm telling you. Luke had 1 shot attempt, and Jagger made a 3, made a bucket, and then I'm guessing he had another one in there somewhere, another 1 or 2.
They had 5, less than 5. I'll concede to less than 5, yes, for sure.
They don't even have looks, let alone misses.
So you got a kid that goes 6'9", and a kid that goes 6'7", and usually is all over the offensive rebounds, and they get a total of 5. Because you would think Luke, if you can't get it to him in the posts, you would think he'd be able to get rebounds on the offensive boards, but he just, I don't think he got 1 tonight.
Then that's great boxing out by Skyview.
Great boxing out.
It's Logan Deal and Brooks Rigby just taking care. And you know what, Hayden Howell, he had to play the bottom bottom side of that.
And he is very good down there,
He's a strong
actually.
kid. He's aggressive. And the bottom line is, as you mentioned it right before we went to break, they had a game plan, but everybody's got a game plan. But they executed that game plan. And their bigs made it just so miserable on Luke Sorensen and Jagger Frankham. The only player really that could do anything offensively this evening was Carson Cox. He had 17, averages 13.5. In fact, Deal ended with 19. He had that 3 at the end, which pushed him to 19. So until that 3 at the end, Carson Cox was the leading scorer in the game. So it's a pretty easy thing right now, right? Carson Cox as our McDonald's player of the game. It's Carson Cox and Logan Deal.
I think it's got to be. In my mind, it's hard not to give it
Davis
to Tanner because of everything he does. And I'm not taking anything away from Logan Deal. Tanner is just all over the court, and the ball is in his hands so much. And I would venture to guess that of the 13 turnovers, with as much as the ball is in Tanner Davis's hands, he had less than 4.
He might have. But we got to go back to the conversation we just had. What did Deal do from a defensive perspective?
Yeah, I mean, it's
you have to give that. I think you have to give it to Deal.
I agree with you. Like I say, as I watched the game, Tanner Davis is the focal point of Skyview's offense, and he makes himself so visible defensively with everything he does. Turnovers, block shots, steals, just creates havoc on the defensive side. But I agree with you, Dave. Logan Deal played phenomenal against 2 bigger postmen in Luke Sorensen and Jagger Frankham. So I will concede that one. And although Tanner Davis is deserving, Logan Deal gets the player of the game for Skyview tonight.
I agree. We're going to take another quick break and wait for Coach Day to get up here and then hopefully have a quick interview with him. We'll be back in just a moment.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a quality-built, super-efficient York furnace. Call Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning at 752-7272. Online at advancedheating-ac.com. York, install confidence.
At Cast-A-Lite, you'll choose from a huge selection of pavers and receive help from experts. You'll see just how easy it is to do it yourself. For brick, block, rock, paver, and tile, go where the pros go. Online at castalite.com.
When disaster overwhelms you, let ARS restore your peace of mind. Call 753-9600 or go to our website at arscleanup.com.
Here's today's hot hot, perfect tip.
Don't follow extreme routines. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill.
Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Ridgeline falls to Skyview this evening, 56-41. Joined now by Coach Kyle Day. And Coach, this one was a battle from start to finish. I mean, the offense maybe sputtered a little more than you would like to, but a lot of credit needs to be given to Skyview and the job they did. You could tell they had a game plan, and the game plan was to not let the ball even get to Luke Sorensen, and I think they were able to do it.
Yeah, they executed that really well, and their game plan was solid that way. And I thought there were opportunities for us to throw him the ball, and then we didn't. And then when we did, he was usually double or triple team down there. And then, the guys get a little comfortable throwing lobs sometimes. And tonight that wasn't. They were too connected to Luke for that to work out. Yeah,
and on the other side, they got weapons everywhere, and it was really tough to stop them. But overall, it was one quarter. If you look at everything, it was that second quarter being outscored 23-12. But what was the difference from an offensive perspective? I thought there were looks. The Ridgeline was just not able to knock them down.
Well, I mean, ultimately, you're right. The second quarter was really the undoing, and really it was just these catastrophic turnovers that we focus on not giving up. And I don't know how many there were in that quarter. It was too many, right? The press, which isn't always even intended to get turnovers for them, it's meant to slow you down. And then they were getting turnovers out of it. And we were throwing the ball away in spots that were uncharacteristic of our guys. But, they have a lot of length at the guard spots. The Davis brothers are long, really long, longer than they are tall, right? So that's hard. And then Hayden plays really hard. And, Rigby can cover some length. And I thought that let them kind of get out and run, and then made our guys play really differently offensively. Against the zone, we have this mantra that we have to break the paint every time. And there were so many possessions where our guards were catching and the ball was going above their head, or they were backing up on their heels and dribbling out of the wing or out of the corner because of that length from Skyview, and we weren't even giving the high post or the short corner an opportunity to try to make a play for us. So, we have to get better. We got to figure that out against the zone, because we play them again in a few weeks. But that was really, I thought, the biggest difference. We got out of sorts in the second quarter, and then it never really recovered.
It's got to be tough to prepare for that, though. I mean, it's not like you can throw your JV kids out there and replicate what Skyview's able to do.
Right, and our JV is smaller than most JVs, so we can't replicate the same length, and it's a little frustrating because we work on presses like theirs. We worked on their presses yesterday, and we work on that stuff, and ultimately we break it really easily in practice because it's different.
5'10".
Right, it's different. And so, it takes a minute to do it in the game, and I think the boys will learn from this and take that game experience and learn from it and try to get better.
So from a head coaching perspective, I'm curious to know what maybe if you can share with us the conversation that happened at halftime, and then maybe how you followed that up at the end of the ball game with your guys.
At halftime, we talked about taking care of the ball, right? We talked about we got to take care of the ball better. We got to do what we do, breaking presses. We really haven't had trouble with presses at all year. Tonight was uncharacteristic that way. We really hadn't had much trouble with zones all year. Grantsville was a little bit of an off night for us that way, but for the most part, zones had been okay for us. And so I talked to him about we got to fake passes. We got to be really solid in what we do. And then we got to attack through the high post. And at times, it happened a little bit. Honestly, the offense that we got in the second half happened more because we got a few stops. We got a couple of threes out of Carson and Grady both hit one. Jagger hit one in the corner there. And but really, it after the game, the follow-up was we failed in all three of our primary goals. Our primary goals are to win the rebounding battle, and I don't think we won that tonight. To win transition, which I know we didn't win tonight, and to limit our catastrophic turnovers, which were a mess tonight. So when we do that, and then we fail to do what we talk about are the 7 things tough players do, then we're going to be in trouble. And so I felt like we probably played one of our poorer games of the year. The fight was great. Like, we battled. To hold them to 56 points, honestly, is a good thing, right? Especially when they got as many runouts as they did. That really, even the last 7 points they scored were probably all easier than they normally would be.
Right.
And I was proud of their effort, but we need to see a little bit of changes and kind of a catalyst towards doing those tough things in practice, and it's got to start tomorrow.
If there's one word I could describe this game, it would be frustrating for the Riverhawks. Where do you go from here as far as moving past this?
Yeah,
moving to the next game, moving forward.
I'm fond of a saying that I heard somebody else say that just to be a goldfish, right? So I told them, be upset tonight, be a goldfish, right? 10-second memory. After tonight, you go to bed, you wake up, and it's back to practice. It's back to working on us and getting better. And then we can't hang our heads, right? We're going to go to Mountain Crest, and that's going to be a really tough physical game that they will not back down one little bit, and we're going to have to go into their place and grind out a victory on the road.
And after that, you got to go to Logan, which in my opinion is one of the tougher places to win basketball games
it's a different place to play.
And hopefully some of the, especially the seniors and the kids that have been on the roster over the last couple of years, you can learn from other experiences where, a game is dropped that you didn't anticipate dropping, and then you still keep working hard and win the rest of the way out, and you still have a region up for grabs for everybody. So,
the goals are still available for us, right? And that was the other thing I told them, right? One really bad game doesn't make it so that our goals disappear.
Right. So. Well, congratulations on. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
A great start to the season.
I'm so used to saying congratulations.
A 12-3 start.
Yeah, not
11-3.
11-3. Sorry, yeah. Logan or Skyview came into this as 12-2, didn't they? They played one. Why one more game than you?
They played Layton Christian, because Layton Christian reclassified to 4A in a non-classification year. Then if you played them, you get a free game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Because they're officially 4A, right? I mean, they're going to be in the 4A tournament.
Yes, they will.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll catch you next week, but you go on the road twice. It doesn't get easier. You got to go Mountain Crest and then Logan.
Yep.
Good luck in Mountain Crest. Good luck at Logan.
Region.
Yeah.
Tough region.
Tough places to play.
You'll have them ready to go.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks Coach.
It's Coach Kyle Day. I am used to saying congratulations.
Yeah, it's as a coach, being asked to come up here and talk on the radio after a loss like that, because I can't think of a more frustrating way to lose a game. Turn the ball over 20 times, almost. You can't throw it in the ocean sometimes, you feel like, The kids just aren't knocking down the open shots. And then possession after possession, you feel like our execution is just not even there. Yeah, we're playing hard, but there was times those guards he mentioned it, they had opportunity to get the ball where it needed to be, and their head was down and they're trying to dribble penetrate, or they're just going opposite of where the ball came from and swinging it back the other way, because that's the way we've done it forever, breaking a 2-3 zone and it goes or whatever. And so it's like,
it would be interesting to go back and watch film and see where he was seeing where there were opportunities to give Luke the ball.
I saw one where the ball came over here on this side of the court, the right side, and it got into Carson Cox's hand, and he just immediately swung it back to the top, which against the 2-3 zone is typically, kind of the way you get the defense moving and out of position. But Luke had Deal pinned, and he was open.
I would love to see it, because maybe I'm not watching for it, but I don't feel like there was a really good entry area for a lot of those passes.
Well, I think some kids are better than that at others, right? Like throwing someone open at times. Okay, so you got a guy on your back and you got good contest. So throw it out there where he can jump up and grab it to his left because the defender's on his right, and throw him open. And that's not something that's very easy to do. It's something that you learn how to do. But I also did see the ball. There was opportunity to get it in the post. However, when it got into the post,
boom. It was not only the guy on
swarming.
It. And you mentioned one time how Deal was kind of working back and forth behind Luke. Yep. What that does is makes Luke not know really where he is.
Where we're going to push this kid.
Yep, and it also makes it difficult to be able to lead him to a spot like you're talking.
Right.
If Deal's back there bouncing back and forth, how do you lead him where you want him to go when you don't really? And then credit the backside help, credit the length on the passer. I just think that the length that Skyview brings to the table makes it super difficult to be able to enter ball down.
Well, and it's the game plan too, right? I mean, their game plan was not only just to take away Luke Sorensen, but if he did happen to get the ball down there, double team him and triple team him and give the open looks to the outside on the perimeter. And if they start knocking down shots, then we'll adjust from there. But a great game plan by Coach Hilliard and perfectly executed by these Skyview boys that came in here and just thumped Ridgeline here tonight. Very well played game by Skyview.
Do you think there's a team in the region that can even compete?
Nope. Not in my opinion.
Like get one of those lightning in a bottle type days?
Well, I mean, Skyview would just have to play extremely bad, and 13 turnovers gives you an opportunity to get into the game here tonight.
I mean, I thought Logan might scare him.
No,
because it was
from
at
what
Logan.
I heard, they led.
It was 10.
From what I heard, they led wire to wire. Logan got it within 4 in the fourth quarter, and then Skyview just but at that time Skyview was doing kind of the silly stuff, like they kind of started doing a little bit with us, like behind the back and kind of doing some fancier plays.
But before the season started, I would have said I think Green Canyon can give him a game, and now I don't think that's the case.
No,
at least, I don't know.
Lengthwise, I mean, I haven't seen Mountain Crest play, right? I haven't seen Logan play with it. They got beat by 10. I've seen Green Canyon, and I've seen Bear River. So unless Mountain Crest has got something out there I don't know about, I don't see them giving them a game. And our length, man-to-man, was not able to cover the ball well enough and shut down those scores for Skyview. I mean, we held them to 56. 56, is that what we held them to? So we held them 9 short of their, or actually 13 short of their average, 12. Sorry, they averaged 68 on the year. So we held them 12 short of their average, but their defense, their length on the defensive side makes things so hard that how are you going to score 60-some?
Yeah, it is. I don't think there's a team in the region that can. This Ridgeline team is the team I think that can compete with them.
I agree, but not tonight.
And again, I was just trying to look up Mountain Crest and see if they have any length that maybe we're not aware of. Nethercott kids are usually pretty good size, but with that kind of length, that they go basically 1 through 5?
1 through 6. Kenny Terrell is 6'3", and he's got a wingspan of about 6'5".
Yeah, I mean, when your smallest guy is Hayden Howell that plays that strong.
Oh yeah, you're tough.
I mean, this is going to be the team. I think this is definitely the team to beat.
This is the team to beat in the state, Dave.
I haven't seen Dixie, and Dixie is up there.
I am excited to watch that state playoff up at
Utah State.
The Spectrum.
And again, you're going to get me back on my soapbox. It should not be at a local place. And I said it last year about Dixie, and I will stand behind it. It shouldn't be here at Utah State, but what do I know?
Well, I mean, if they're going to have
it's a home court advantage this year for Skyview and for Ridgeline, and there's a chance.
Then they have the advantage. And right now, Skyview appears to be the favorite.
Yep.
In my opinion, there's not another high school basketball team that matches up with that kind of length.
There's not.
From 1 through 6.
The only thing that surprised me tonight about Skyview was the turnovers.
The turnovers. You're 100% correct.
I thought that they would keep that well under 10. And maybe even into this 5 or 6, 7 range.
I agree. The turnovers were a bit of a surprise, and maybe credit a little bit of that on just the pace of the game and being on the road and just trying to do more with the ball than you maybe typically do. Maybe credit it to Ridgeline's defense and getting in the passing lanes as well.
Ridgeline's got length too.
Yeah.
But they play it. It's a little different.
It's a different style of defense, right? I would love, personally, Dave, I would love to see Ridgeline play that type of 2-3 zone and see what it could do, just to mix it up and give someone a different look. Because to me, a team that plays straight man, kind of easy to game plan against.
Well, a good hard man, from my experience, is harder to beat than a good zone, personally. But
you got to have the dudes like that to have that kind of zone. You love seeing a zone, don't you?
Yeah, my eyes light up.
You can knock down
but you got to move the ball, and it's got to come in the shooting pocket. You can't have those loop-de-loop little. By the time that gets there, you got a 6'4" guy closing out. There's nothing you can do. So what happens is you scoop back. But You might be right. It could be an interesting little twist to just say, for 2 or 3 stretches at a time, mix it up, see if you can change the tempo of the ball game.
I'd love to see him get into a different set defensively, just like you say, just to give someone a different look.
Change
and just a bit of a wrinkle in what you're doing.
We're going to wrap this up, folks, but we just want to remind you that Skyview will be playing next Tuesday and Thursday.
Dave, I was told we had 96,000 viewers on YouTube tonight.
No, it isn't. You just blew my mind right there.
96.
I think it was just 96.
96.00.
Skyview's going to host Green Canyon on Tuesday, and they're going to host Mountain Crest on Thursday. Ridgeline is going out to Mountain Crest on Tuesday and then to Logan on Thursday. So a lot of good fun basketball in the region coming up. How about our girls? What's the schedule next week? Do you know?
The girls they have Skyview tomorrow.
Okay.
And that's going to be a battle out there. I think, has Skyview lost in region yet?
I can tell you. I'll get right here to the standings.
No, they haven't lost in region. Green Canyon, Ridgeline, Skyview are going to be the best 3.
Ridgeline is 14-0 on the season, 2-0 in region. Skyview's 10-3 overall, so that's another big one tomorrow. 2-0 in region play. Those are a couple of the top ones again. So
yeah, that girls basketball team is, if you want to talk about a favorite in the state to win the state championship, those gals should.
The Ridgeline gals have
stroll their way through a state championship. But
Skyview tomorrow.
Yep, that's going to be a battle.
Next Wednesday, they go out to Mountain Crest, and then they host Logan here back at Ridgeline. So that's next week for Wednesday and Friday. That wraps up the first half, where it's going to now flip-flop, and the boys will go back to Wednesday,
Friday.
And Friday. For our Skyview listeners, the Skyview girls.
Isn't there a break in there, though?
There could be. I can check.
Yeah, check Skyview's.
So for Skyview, our Skyview fans, your gals will be hosting Ridgeline tomorrow, and again, that's a big one. Then Skyview gals will go to Green Canyon, and then they'll host Mountain Crest. So that's Friday, and then it doesn't look to me like
Thursday, or do they play Tuesday?
Friday, and then they go Thursday. So they have
there is
almost
a week. Yeah, and the same with the boys. The boys will play Thursday, and then they won't play again. They won't play again until Friday of the next week.
So a little over a week break. Okay, so that's the upcoming schedule, and for our Ridgeline fans, make sure to listen in. Still right out here on 104.5 next week, as Ridgeline will be at Logan, or at Mountain Crest, then Logan, and for our friends at Skyview, you're going to be back on your AM 1390 and be following your Bobcats there. So Skyview gets the victory tonight, 56-41 for Nick Zollinger. I'm Dave Simmons. Have a great night, everyone.
This Ridgeline Riverhawks broadcast has been a presentation of 104.5 The Ranch and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support from Adams Wealth Advisors, Great Basin Graphics, McDonald's, Logo Shop, Castelite, Napa Auto Parts, Planet Fitness, El Salvador Los Primos, DD Auto Salvage, Advanced Integrated Systems, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson Company, New Horizons Beauty College, and CashValleyDaily.com. Catch the replay of tonight's game on CashValleyDaily.com.